Hello, hi everyone. Good morning and good evening.
Hello, Sugar. Good morning.
Hi. So before we start, any queries?
Good morning, Sridhar. One small query. This just needed to know the significance of this object. ESH underscore. Sorry, this one. S underscore ESH underscore cat.
So this is like a categories. For example, connector. Yesterday we have seen in the role, right? If you have observed, there are three values in that connector one. So in connector econ, we have three values here, like material, sales order, and material document. Now, if you go deeper into, for example, sales order or material, you might find again separate different fields inside that data. Like maybe what are the description of the sales order, to which area it belongs to, what are the other values. So that values also we can control which value to be visible, which value not to be visible. That is through categories. So if I go into this, actually, if you see the values, there will be lot values. See here. It is like each and every field inside that particular data, like equipment, document, confirmation. So you can control access again within the fact sheet. Within the fact sheet means, first of all, we have to see that we are not able to see it now currently. Within that, it will try to control the values, specific fields, the cat one. But here I'm not restricting because I'm giving full access as of now. But in future, if client says, I don't want to see all the fields, so this is through you have to control ESH underscore cat.
And this
Okay,
connector,
so
there's an object like connector. So is it connects to some system? No, right? Maybe this,
no,
this
connecting,
connector,
if it is a hub model, definitely it has to connect to a backend system easily. But even if it is S4 HANA also, we have to pull the data from tables, right? The backend S4 HANA tables to Fiori screen. So this is what we are doing, that connector concept here. Okay, let me check. I think any authorization problem. Error log. Okay, I think this could be relevant one for us. It says no authorization to access service, JED ESH service, search service. Yeah, ESH search is nothing but enterprise search, more related to fact sheet only. I think this could be the problem. Let us add this into the role. This is also one of the standard one, basic one, which we need for every user. So I will add that into the basic role. So we'll go back to the T code role and the earlier interop and all those steps we have added, right? So I'm going into Launchpad access and there we will add it.
So Sridhar, is it a OData service that we are adding?
Yes, OData service.
Okay. But then when we added catalog into the role, this OData service should have been added, right? We click that include all applications.
This is a basic one. So these are basic ones I told you for interop, page builder to open your Fiori Launchpad. In the same way, that is also basic for fact sheet. Sorry, I was choosing authorization default. I should go for. Okay. So these two services added, search IWSV and IWSG ones, which is, I think this is a basic one. Should not miss it actually. Okay, good enough. Let me relaunch it. is trying to search batch admin. Let's try giving this access. See, this is a standard role actually. Here they have given full access, ESH con star access for all the template names. So this role should not be assigned because it will be showing you the drop down full access. But anyhow, see if it works. It's checking one by one object. ESH admin now. is troubling a lot. Last time it was very quick actually. This time I don't know where is the problem is coming. Even for the standard ID also it is not coming for the log. Okay. Meanwhile, we'll continue ahead. I will see when the screen comes. We have to go into details and see the screen actually to further discuss about these fact sheets.
Sridhar, can we give SAP all and SAP new to check at least if it is an authorization issue or a system configuration issue or something else? I mean, it's possible in Fiori system, right?
We'll give that a try also. Yeah.
Test.
Okay, even after assigning SAP all also, why we are able to see only few apps here, tiles?
Groups, because of the groups that we have given.
Okay, so let us go inside and see catalogs. So let me click on add here, my home. I still see the same old two catalogs which I had earlier.
Sridhar, SAP all and SAP new is given only in the back-end system. But in the front-end system, we have to do some changes to the catalogs and the groups, right? So we've not done that, right? So it will be the same, no?
No, this is embedded structure, right? So there is no back-end and front-end system. There's only one system we have here, right?
Yeah, we have only one system embedded. So my question here is, do we have any authorization object for a catalog? Yes or no? Anyone?
No, we don't have.
That is the reason. So because SAP all gives access to all authorization objects with full access including S_service. All OData services will come by default by SAP all, but not all catalogs and groups. So that is the reason we don't see, even after assigning SAP all also, the same number of apps we are seeing here. No luck, I think there is some problem somewhere. Okay, I'll skip it. We'll go to the next tab, and then we'll come back when we see the screen actually. Maybe this latter part of today or next week. So the next important third app is analytical app. Analytical apps also needs HANA database in the system. This is more dependent actually than fact sheets. Fact sheets, there is a chance that they can work on normal databases also, but analytical apps will never work on non-HANA databases, because analytical app is directly we will be connecting to HANA database. In fact sheets, though we are not connecting directly to HANA database, it has to search a lot of data from different tables because we are searching, right? It's like a Google search. It has to fetch all the records available in the system. So that is where they say HANA database is mandatory or needed, but ideally it may work also in an ECC without HANA database. Okay, so but coming to analytical app data, whatever you display, it is directly coming from the database itself. So that is what is depending on HANA database. And the definition of analytical app. Analytical apps are used to provide role-based real-time information about the business operations. So generally they use it for business operations. Like example, if I take, this is one of the example, KPI, key performance indicators. Like every organization has a key performance indicators. Like means if you want to understand the performance of the company, just by looking into some figures, which figures will tell you how the company is performing? Anyone? Can you give me some examples for key performance indicator? Just by looking
Net
the values, you can say.
Net sales, net profit. Net sales, net profit, margin.
Right. Sales, total sales, or you can say like the profit.
Net profit.
Expenditure.
Debts.
Yeah. So like this, these are some figures. Higher management, yes, higher management is most interested in. So they are called as key performance indicators. So they want some apps, when they click on the app, they want to see what is the total sales, what is the total profit, what is the total expenditure, total debts, total assets, like this, in this way. So that gives the overall picture of the organization. Okay. So for this purpose, they use analytical apps. It provides analytical apps are integrate the power of SAP HANA with the SAP Business Suite. It provides real-time information from large volume of data in front-end web browser. So here this is important. large volume of data. I told when I say data, total sales means you're talking about the global sales. If a company is globally located, that is, you are talking about large volume of data. You have to keep in mind, drag that, consolidate, and then show in form of a report in the front-end web browser. So that is where this app is directly connecting to your HANA database. So there are few standard analytical apps because SAP cannot give you the which are the key performance indicators for your company, right? So that is the reason it has left to you only. You have to develop on your own all these analytical apps. But there are some standard ones which talks about the technical things like database table growth. Database table growth is a concern for every company from IT perspective, from information technology IT perspective. So they have given such apps, such analytical apps are given. So these apps also, if you see, it is equivalent to your transactional app. Transactional app means what? You have SICF service, okay, OData service, then you have technical catalog, target mapping, business catalog, etc. Let us look into this app now, first of all. So this is analytical and how it looks like. This is a look and for information about the app. When you click on that app, this is what expectancy is. It will show the figures in the different presentations. You can see the diagrams here. The data will be represented in the form of diagrams when you implement this app. So again, the same thing, you have to go to implementation information, select your particular system, and then configuration. So you have UI5 application, OData service, Fiori Launchpad, technical catalog, target mapping. This is the app launcher, and you have business catalog. Okay. So now let us try to add these values, or let us see this technical catalog first, or the business catalog, how it looks like. I think there is some bug. So this drop down is not at all coming at all. So these are the apps available in this catalog. 8 tiles are available. Monitor database table growth. This is the tile we are talking about. It also looks similar to transactional one. So the difference between transactional and analytical is for the transaction, the data will be coming from the tables, from the your S4HANA tables or ECC tables. From there, it will show you the data related to sales orders or GL accounts or cost centers, whatever the data. But in here, it will be directly hitting the analytical. We have views concept in HANA database. It will be fetching the data from the view database level directly to the database level. Database table growth. What is the, if you go back to the scenario, Target mapping is document, and then monitor DTG is a semantic action. Target mapping is document, monitor DTG, this one. Monitor database table growth, target mapping. Document, monitor. So let us add these two into our catalog. So first I'm adding the, what is this one? Target mapping. So click on create reference. What is our name of the catalog? ZMM_WM. Right. So the target mapping has been added. Now let us add the tile. Monitor database table growth. Create reference. ZMM_WM. So you should get a message here, this message. A reference for tile has been created. Now going back to our ZMM_WM. So we have this one, monitor database table growth as a tile. And target mapping is also available for it. So we did not do anything because already the catalog is there in our role, this catalog. Just we have to relaunch the Launchpad. So let me close the screen. Okay, I cannot see on the top because we did not add any under any group. But I can see in my cat, it should be visible under my catalog now. So let us add under my home now. Edit home page. Under my home plus symbol. Under ZWM, MMWM, I can see monitor database table growth, pin it. Okay, home page. Okay, so this is, let us click on this tile now. Monitor database table growth. Okay. A technical error occurred. Please try again later. Use details. DSRV. I think some database, some service is missing. No service found for dog morning job. And then no system alias found for service. So let us go back to the role and we'll try to check this service first. So this is my OData service name. Okay, service is there. And next thing is UI5 application. It's also available and active. The next thing is ensure that user is having this. I think it is also looking for one more service. Mon obj. We could not find the two versions actually. Only one version is there. IWSG is available, but IWSV was not available. So maybe that also could be the issue. So it is unable to fetch the data. Okay. So this majorly these standard ones are less of use. Few are there for technical things, but end user points are very interesting. So how do they customize actually? If you see this diagram here, the transactional is transactional and fact sheet can work on ECC or S4 HANA, and transactional can work on any database. Fact sheet and analytical apps need HANA database. Here, if you see the difference between fact sheet and analytical, the data for fact sheet is coming from S4 HANA system. Whereas here, the data for analytical app has to come from directly from the database tables. So we don't need a particular system in between. Directly, it can be connected to the database. How this connection is established? This is through coding. Coding means the UI designer has to write a code to call the HANA view in the backend. So in the database level, we have the concept of HANA views. So view has to be created in HANA DB by the BW team. So the BW team will create a view regarding whatever the key performance indicators are there, like sales, whatever the organization wants accordingly. Okay. They create the views, especially there are different types of views. Mostly they create calculation views, which is called as CV. And this view is connected to analytical app tile in the FLP, Fiori Launch Designer. So to connect this view to FLP, the Fiori Launchpad, the Fiori Designer has to work on it. So we will only give access like the way we have given for transactional app. So we will ask them it is under which catalog and what is the OData service, what is the UI5 service, and all those stuff will be the same for us. No change in that. But this is what happens in the backend for analytical app. So there are two other people who are also working on it. HANA views are developed by BW team, who are called as modelers. And then this HANA view is connected to analytical app tile through the Fiori designer. Okay. So I will show you like a sample HANA view, how it will be existing in the HANA database. And that view has to be connected. I cannot show you the connectivity part, but I'll show you a sample view, how it looks like in the database level. That view will be seen in the Fiori through analytical app. Yeah. What is that?
This HANA view connection to this analytical app is done by BWT, or do we have
HANA view is connected to analytical app in FLP through Fiori designer will do it.
Okay, Fiori designer.
So because it is like building a tile from the scratch, right? We don't have a tile for it. It is like building a tile from a scratch. That's where Fiori designer will come into picture there. Okay, right. So we'll take a break now. After break, we'll come back and I'll show you this view concept, how the views are created, or how the views existing in the database, and how that will be visible to the users in some samples, some screenshots we can see. Okay, so I'll be back in 10 minutes. Take a break and come back.